Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Or if it's your first time here, then welcome. So today's video is going to be a little get ready with me. I really wanted to show you guys my 10-minute glam. This is the look that I like to go for when I need to look really put together. Like, it's not just a no makeup look. Like, I actually need to look like I'm wearing makeup. Today's video is also in partnership with Caudalie. I was actually in Bordeaux, France while I was traveling with Caudalie. So I am going to be using some of the Caudalie products today to prep my skin for this get ready with me. I'm gonna zoom you guys in and let's get started. So I'm gonna start off by prepping my skin. So this is my Caudalie grape water. I actually have been really enjoying using this before even applying my moisturizer because it does moisturize the skin very gently while also like soothing it. I have been taking my makeup on and off over the last few weeks like crazy just because I've been having like a lot of events, so my skin has just been really irritated. So I've been really enjoying like spraying this on my face throughout the day. It's very soothing, it's relaxing, it's also just really nice and refreshing. So now for my moisturizer, I'm going to be using my Caudalie vinosource moisturizing sorbet. I've been using this stuff on and off for years. It's a really great, just very lightweight moisturizer. It's not super heavy, so it sits really nicely underneath makeup. All right, so now I'm gonna go into my Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. This one is in the shade 01 Vanilla. It's a little bit too dark for me, but we are wearing a turtleneck today, so nobody will know. P.S. Please ignore the state of my nails right now. They have been through it. They are just slowly but surely falling apart. So I'm blending this in with my Fenty sponge. I noticed that when I'm in a rush, I typically like to go for those more like full coverage foundations, because I find that I almost have to do less afterwards. If I use something a little bit more lightweight, I find I spend a little bit more time like concealing or trying to perfect my skin. So something else that I've been doing recently is I've been taking my grape water and just spraying my beauty blender with it. And then I will go in and sort of smooth everything out with that grape water on the beauty blender. And I find that this just adds a little bit of that like extra hydration and also helps just make the foundation melt into the skin and keeps it looking a little bit less heavy. So next, let's move on to the eyes. Now, this particular eye look is always my go-to when I'm in a rush, but I need my eyes to look like a little bit smoky and like I actually put a little bit of effort into them. So what I like to do is I like to take one of my Nude Sticks Magnetic Matte Eye Colors. This one in particular is taupe, but they do have a ton of different shades. I always do like to make sure that I use one of their matte ones though, just because I will be putting something a little bit more shimmery on top, which you will see a little bit later. Now, this type of formula will actually lock down on its own, so you don't actually need a primer in order for it to last all night. And I like to work one eye at a time. I'm just going to swipe this all over my lid, all the way up until my crease. And then I'll go in with a clean blending brush. This is my Morphe R39, and I'm just gonna start to buff out the edges of this. And these buff out really easily. You really don't need much like elbow grease to get these to look smooth. And then I will always go in just to re-intensify a little bit, because once you blend, sometimes you will lose a little bit of the intensity. And I'll probably do that about 3 times, but this literally takes maybe like 45 seconds an eye. So sometimes I will leave it just like this, but other times I do like to put just a little bit of sparkle. And this is another just really quick trick that you can do to make it look like you spent a little bit more time than you actually did. So what I like to do is I like to take a really shimmery and sparkly eyeshadow. I'm going to be using Colourpop Millionaire. So this is just going to add a little bit more sparkle and dimension to the look. So I'm just taking it on my finger, no brushes needed, and I'm just going to pat this on my lid. Look how pretty that is. It almost makes your lids look glossy. And Millionaire has so many different colors in it. There's like pink and purple and bronze. So it adds a lot of dimension to an otherwise really simple look. So for my under eyes, I'm using my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination. This is the same as like the classic Bye Bye Under Eye, but it is a little bit dewier. So I'm just gonna pop that underneath my eyes. And I'm also gonna highlight a touch with this since it is fairly light. I wanna like even out the brightness throughout the rest of my face. And again, I'm gonna take my Caudalie grape water and spray my sponge, and I'm gonna use that to blend everything out. I really want this to melt into the skin. I don't want my under eyes to look super heavy. And I also applied my concealer after doing that eyeshadow on purpose, because I did want to be able to clean up that outer edge of the eyeshadow with the concealer. So now I'm just gonna take a little bit of my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Airbrush Silk pressed finishing powder, and I'm just gonna use this to set underneath my eyes because this concealer definitely creases. It's a very, very thick consistency, so I always like to make sure just to set it in place. So now to finish off the eyes, I'm gonna go back into my Nude Sticks taupe pencil, and I'm just gonna run this along my lower lash line. And again, because this is a pencil, it's super easy to apply, literally takes 2 seconds. So I'm now just gonna go ahead and apply some mascara, and I'm also gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera. So I'm gonna go do that and I will be right back. Okay, so the eyes are now done. Now it is time to bronze up the face. So when I'm in a rush and I gotta get ready really quickly, I honestly don't usually like to both bronze and contour. I will usually just use a bronzer that I feel like will warm up my face but will also chisel it at the same time. So for me, I like to use something that's not too cool, not too warm, sort of leans right in the middle, because I feel like it sort of gets the job done on both ends. So that perfect product for me is the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. So I'm just gonna use this Sephora powder brush and just start to apply it in the normal bronzing areas as per usual. So of course, in the cheekbone area, I usually like to go a little bit heavier when I'm not contouring. So as you can see, I didn't contour. This is just the bronzer, but it looks significantly different than this side of my face. There you go. So I'm just applying that everywhere. So now for my blush, I'm gonna be taking Mellow Wine from Wet n Wild. This is just like a matte, rosy blush, and I find it's really pretty, especially when the eyes are simple. It sort of just like will liven up the face. It's just really pigmented, so you gotta be very careful and light-handed with it. There you go. So for my highlighter, I'm gonna be taking my Ciate Starburst highlighter, and I'm just gonna highlight the tops of my cheekbones with this. And I'm also going to put this on my brow bone as well as on my inner corner. Don't think I forgot about that. I also like to sort of use the same products in a lot of different areas of my face. Again, it sort of just saves me from taking out extra products when I'm in a little bit of a rush. So I'm just gonna use Starburst on my brow bone and on the inner corner to officially finish off this eye look. So for the lips, I usually like to keep things pretty simple just because I don't want to have to worry about like making a precise line with like a really dark or really vampy or bright lip color. So typically I will honestly do like a tinted lip balm just because that's the easiest thing to do. And then I will just layer a little bit of a lip liner right on top to give the lip a little bit more structure. So I'm going to be using my Bite lip pencil in 36. So for my lip balm today, I'm going to be taking the Caudalie French Kiss lip balm, and this one is in the shade Innocence. And this is just like a very, very light pink shade, and it's also super, super easy to wear. As you can see, I love this stuff. There's quite a dent in here. It's so funny because a color like this you would think wouldn't give you like a ton of color, but it literally looks like a beautiful, just like light pinky nude lip. It's like such a nice lip product. So last but not least, to finish everything off, I'm gonna be taking my Caudalie Beauty Elixir. Now this is a little bit different compared to the grape water. I've actually been using this on my channel for a really, really long time. I like to use the grape water in my skincare routine, whereas with the Beauty Elixir, I like to use this more in my makeup routine. I like to use this especially when I'm done doing my makeup. I spray it all over my face. This is the type of spray that will sort of just make your makeup look less makeup-y. It will almost just like calm down the heaviness that may be going on in your face, and it'll just make everything look a little bit more natural. It's very similar to MAC Fix Plus, although I find that the Beauty Elixir is a little bit more hydrating. It actually has some essential oils in here, so you do gotta shake it up and then just, of course, spritz it all over the face. So there you have it. That actually finishes off my 10-minute full glam, put together, didn't take a lot of time, makeup look. Honestly, this look is like one of my favorites because it is definitely like a little bit more glam and smoky, but it's so not overdone at all. Like it still looks so nice and fresh. So guys, that is it for today's Get Ready With Me. I really hope that you enjoyed it and of course found it helpful. Please let me know all of your thoughts down below. Of course, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.